You are now listening to the sounds of C1Music.fm.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Deuce. Definitely Reese's here, C1Music.fm. The familiar, you know how we do all day, every day. You know, your boy's still recovering from a little cold, but I'm pushing it. I'm good. I'm not like sick, so, you know, just a little coughing and phlegm. I'm happy I'm doing a little bit better, you know. Been a beautiful weekend. Everything. With that being said, excuse me, guys. With that being said, tonight's topic is mother's intuition. So we're going to chop it up about that. We got the live view version going on. We got Spreaker going on. You know we do. We live on them. Give us a call, 805-399-1200. We're going to start it off like we always do with some good music. Then we're going to get into our topic tonight, all right? So check us out. Give us a call if you're tuning in, 805-399-1200. And we in here with your boys at C1Music.fm. Familiar. Let's get it.
You are now listening to the sounds of C1Music.fm. Familiar.
The way he looks at me, the way he smiles 'cause I'm his, the way he cares for me, the way he gives me happiness. His face I'm lovely, like a cherished rose, a diamond sparkling, the apple of his eye. He gladly give his life for mine. I'm so amazed by you. You took away the show me the truth. Next to him, I'm so small, so perfect, I'm so far, so poor, and he's the maker of all. He's the melody that makes my soul sing. Cause me know I'm so unworthy. I can say I'm beautiful because he sees me. Been so loud, I still can't comprehend how much more is enough. 'Cause all I know is what I feel right now. He overwhelms me. I laugh, I cry, I dance, I sing, I write. As if my body just can't contain all the crazy inside. I'm so amazed by you. You took away the show me the truth. Next to him, I'm so small, so perfect, I'm so far,
You are now listening to the sounds of C1Music.fm.
Yeah, my ex-girl is getting married now. I've been single for so long, it's getting scary now. I don't trust girls, and if I do, it's rarely out. I'm still at home, I promised myself I'd be moving out. And that was last year, living like it's last year. And not last year, as if it was my last year. I think about my past fears and how I overcame. I'm kinda numb to the church life, Novocaine. But rapping for a couple of months, nobody knows my name. I've been preaching to my family, nobody's changed. It was around last year, I lost control of things. I said it was all God's plan, but now I'm so ashamed. I'm acting like I'm fine, lying to myself. Sunglasses and Advil, that don't ever help. I swear this feeling's like the sweetest thing I ever felt. Learn to trust in God alone, never anybody else.
Oh yeah, I swear it never goes as planned. But I'll follow you, I guess I'll never understand. So I doubt M for murder. Oh, I doubt M for murder. Oh, I doubt M for murder. Yeah, I doubt M for murder. Oh, yeah.
Lord, can you reveal the plan, though? I mean, I'm trying to be a man and grow. And this pressure got me feeling like I'm starting PG, but I got no handles. Lights out with no candles. Steaming hot beach, but I got no sandals. No answers, mad questions. They say, Dre, you breathing, that's a blessing. They say if you grieving, there's a lesson. But my youngest should be cooing and teething and progressing. My oldest should be teaching and leading, making impressions. Instead, I'm on my knees pleading with God, making confessions. Was it because I didn't tithe, Lord? Maybe my foolish pride, Lord. All this pain that's inside got me feeling like you reminded me of what you died for.
Oh yeah, I swear it never goes as planned. But I'll follow you, I guess I'll never understand. So I doubt M for murder. Oh, I doubt M for murder. Oh, I doubt M for murder. Yeah, I doubt M for murder. Oh, yeah.
Operator, connect me to the nearest clinic. All of this attention, no, I become a cynic. And that's just the way it is, though. That I lie about how I feel to please the critics. Off with the head, I'm on my crime scene flow. Talk what you want when it's my team, no. We some ride or die boys, in case you ain't know. We never backing down, how we face these foes. Tough sometimes, cause all I hear is dial tones. I'm only 22, and I'm running out of milestones. Put my heart out there, hoping they feel my songs. I'm way too grown to dumb it down and try to hide wrong. So you can keep your hand out, telling me I'm sounding different cause I got some fans now. Nah, never that. Head low, shovel high. We do the work of the Lord and we murder pride.
Oh yeah, I swear it never goes as planned. But I'll follow you, I guess I'll never understand. So I doubt M for murder. Oh, I doubt M for murder. Oh, I doubt M for murder. Yeah, I doubt M for murder. Oh, yeah.
Knock it out. Sugar, sweet and low mode. Watch this guy. Put the foot out. You ready? Watch this. Come on.
You are now listening to the sounds of C1Music.fm.
Time quiet my mind so I can't hearing you speak sets me on fire. It's my desire. Quiet my mind so I can't hear.
You are now listening to the sounds of C1Music.FM.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Deuce. We're definitely in the building. C1 Music.FM, the familiar, you know how we do. All day, every day. Get at your boy. And we ain't here. Tonight's topic, as always, mother's intuition. That is tonight's topic. We are going to get busy with it. And as always, I have my beautiful panel in here tonight. Excuse me, we have my beautiful panel in here tonight. We're going to soldier it through tonight, as always. Let's get it popping first with the two young ladies, because I do have me online with me directly on the call, Eto and Joy. What's going on, ladies?
Hi. Hello. Hello, we're fine.
How's
We're doing great
everybody
here.
doing? Everybody's good?
Yes.
Is it good?
I hope you
Good,
too.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to make it through. I'm feeling way, way better, so we're going to make it through. We're going to definitely make it through. Next in line, I got my man, the professor in the building. What's going on, Professor?
What's good? What's good?
Everything, man. You know how we do.
Yeah.
Next in line, we got somebody who always blesses us with their presence. It is a graceful season when she's online with us. We got Grace in the building. What's up, Grace? Grace, you in the building with us. What's up, Grace? I don't know what's going on, Grace. She might have walked away from her computer. I gave her a nice intro, too. She messed me up. Feel me, Tito? Try to give her a nice intro. She messed me up.
Maybe we can come back to that.
Let's see. We got Cherry in the building. What's up, Cherry? Cheryl? She must have walked away from her computer, too. Oh, Cheryl, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. How you doing?
Hello.
We can hear you, Cheryl. How you doing?
Good. Doing good.
Good.
I'm doing
And
great.
I got a special guest on here with me as well. Carm, what up, Carm?
Hello, everybody. How you doing?
Great. How are you?
Good.
Good. So hopefully we get some more callers in tonight. I do appreciate everybody who's calling in. Listen, the number again is 805-399-1200. And we can get it popping like that. Let's start off with our first question. And Carm, because I introduced you last, I'm going to start off with you first. And we're going to start it off like this. Have you, listen, for everybody, we're on YouVersion. We got the live event going. All right, YouVersion.com. Look it up for a live event, live group, and we in here. Tonight's topic is Mother's Intuition. Started off, Mother Mayhem section. That's where we at first. First topic, opening question. Carmen, coming to you. Hit me a home run. Have you ever had your mom or a mother-like figure lobby for you to date someone she thought was the best catch for you?
Yes.
How did that play out? And did you take her advice?
I took her advice, and it was all bad. It was all bad. He played the part. He answered all the questions right. You know, she was saying he's the best thing since sliced bread. He's such a wonderful gentleman. Yeah, she got played. He was horrible. He was garbage.
Horrible?
He was horrible. He talked the talk, but he was horrible.
Horrible.
And it didn't last very long at all.
What did you say to your mother afterwards?
I just told her what really went down, and she was really surprised. She's usually right on point about things, but this one, he was just good at talking and you know, eventually she saw his true colors, but it was all bad. Horrible, garbage.
Horrible.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I could dig it.
Yeah,
what about you, Grace? You say he was a what? I'm sorry.
He's an Oscar.
He's an Oscar?
He's an Oscar for Best Actor.
Oh, he was a Best Actor? He got an Oscar?
Yeah.
Oscar award winner?
Mhm.
What about you, Grace? Have you ever had your mom or mother, like figure, lobby for you to date someone she thought was the best catch for you?
I'm just so thankful she did not.
You're so thankful that she did not? She didn't want you to date anybody? She didn't say, oh, he's a nice guy, I'll date him.
Right. She didn't want me to date anyone.
Why not?
I don't know. Maybe they're afraid to lose me at an early age. Fears of mom, you know.
I see. All right, that's cool. Go ahead. What you was about to say?
And I'm glad that she didn't. That's what I'm saying. Because I just don't know what kind of guy should pick up for me. I just wonder until now.
All right. Let's see. Ethel, what about you, Ethel? Have you ever had your mom or mother-like figure lobby for you to date someone she thought was the best catch for you?
Well, in my case, even if we are like best of friends, she never decides who I must date, even if she thinks that he was the best for me. I have my own, what do you call this? I have my own,
Don't choice to make.
I have my own choice. Yes. I have my own freedom to choose who I want to date. Oh.
Right. So is that a yes or no? She did do that before.
No, never.
So your mom never asked you this. She never tried to talk you into dating somebody.
No, never. She never did that.
What about you, Tito? My man.
I'll tell you what.
Listen, whenever you gotta start a conversation with her, I'll tell you what. That sounds like something good ain't about to happen, man. What's going on? Talk to me.
No. It's good. It's just that you know how moms are, man. They meddle, but it's not the bad kind of meddle. It's the kind that says, I know what you're doing, and it's not going to work. That kind of meddle. And yeah, I've learned in the past that it can be very insightful in terms of she can see really far in a weird kind of way, and that this is in regard to a lot of relationships that could have happened but didn't, because she kind of just pointed a finger and told me, I know what you're doing, and it's not going to happen. There's one relationship she told me plain blank. It said, Tito, this is not going to work. And she hadn't even met her. Just said it's not going to work. Sorry.
Why she do that? She didn't even meet her yet.
Yo, man, do you even know why they do it? I don't know. But, well, I ignored it, and like she said, it didn't work out. He just crashed and burned. Natural death.
Wow. That's deep. That's deep. Let's hear Cheryl. What about you, Cheryl? Dr. Cherry?
No. It's a
No,
very
your mom?
No, my mom never did that to me.
Now, I'm not saying she hooked you up with somebody. I'm saying that she tried to talk you into dating somebody. Say, oh, he's a nice guy. Why don't you talk to him?
No, she never did that. Well, my mother.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
My mother's way is that letting me go.
I can't hear you, Cheryl. You're fading to black.
Hello?
All right, what you were saying?
My mother never did that to me. My mother's way is that because I had my first date when I already finished my college.
Oh.
Yeah, that was my first date.
Who said, oh?
After college.
Somebody said, oh. Hold on, who was that who said, oh?
Grace.
Grace?
Yep.
You said, oh, and I said, oh, no.
What? Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Hey, you had your first date when you was in college?
When she finished.
After college,
After
after college, when I'm already 19 years old. I was 19 then. So I started working at the age of 19.
Yo, let me tell you, I don't mean to cut you off, but it's just amazing how culturally different we are, like, for instance, for me, like Carmen's from the U.S. She said her mother talked to her, or tried to. My mom definitely tried to lobby for a couple of people at a young age. You know what I mean? Tito said his mom was stopping him from talking to a couple of people. That's more like putting hate in the game. she was hating on him, and then you got everybody from the Philippines that's saying, "Nah, my mom would never do nothing like that."
Yeah.
And I'm not even going to ask Joy. So I already know Joy doesn't talk to guys right now. He's no punishment.
Yeah. Well.
So you know what I mean?
We know the answer.
Huh?
We know already the answer.
Yeah. I'm not even going to ask Joy. She's on punishment right now. She can't talk to guys. So. You know, it's just kind of funny how different it is, you know? It's funny in a way.
Yeah.
But this particular conversation right in itself will come up another day, I promise you guys. It will come up again another day. I do have a specific conversation concerning that, you know? But it's ironic. But let me ask you, Professor, let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Especially, and I'm picking on you right now because of the simple fact that you didn't listen to your mom's advice. I would say, I would say in some instances I may have, in some instances I did. But I think, now I'm going to say this to you, Professor, I think that if I had to talk to somebody, whether between my parents, you know, and I'm asking for dating advice, I probably would ask my mother first, then I would my father. Ironically enough. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's a mother-son connection, or, you know, whereas father-daughter connection may be a little different, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or it just is what it is, you know? But for me, if I had to ask for any dating advice, I probably would ask my mom for that before I would ask my father. No, not to my father, but I would probably ask my father for more business advice, something more life reflection, you know what I mean? Something that has to do more serious in those terms. But I would say about, I'll give my mom a good 7, a low 7 out of 10. That she was on point. You know what I mean? She was on point, giving whatever information she was giving her to make her decision. You know, on who will be a good look. You know what I mean? Nobody always knows the inside scoop like you do. But I'm asking you again now, because of the simple fact that you're a guy and your mom was she was throwing dirt in the game before we even got started. So, who is more likely to take their mother's advice about dating? Guys or girls? Sons or daughters?
It's definitely sons. Definitely.
Sons over daughters?
Yep.
Why you say sons?
Because in all the mother-daughter relationships I've ever seen, well, even if they get along, they don't listen to each other much. and they know it, because, you know, ladies generally have this thing where they can feel out their environment. They have their feelers out. And it's the same thing with mother's intuition. They can all see a little bit ahead, and that can collide with each other. That's why it's easy for a son to get advice from a mother than it is for a daughter, because there's this feeling like, I'm not saying this in a bad way, but there's this feeling like we know what we're doing, so just let us handle this. If it crashes and burns, that's all good, but for now, I believe I'm doing the right thing. So when they turn out to be mothers, it's it's probably the same attitude. It works out sometimes, and that's probably why sons trust their mothers over daughters.
Ladies, is that true? Cheryl, is that true?
Yeah, it's true.
It's true?
Yeah. For me, that's true. I agree with Chito.
Plus is right.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us why you agree. Cheryl?
Yes.
I said, tell us why you agree with Tito.
When we were young, my mother always talked inside the home. She's not a lover mother, but oftentimes she's talk. Now, I observed that when she gives advice or pieces of advice to us, I come to the conclusion that my brother always follow her advice. But to us ladies, because we are 4 ladies and I have only brother, we are always following the advice of my father. I do not know why. until now, my brother is saying, "Ma, I have like this. Mother, I have like this." Then I realized. Then I asked my brother one time why she's always following my mom. And she says, "I do not know. I feel that my mom's advice is better than my father's advice," he said. Then I just laughed and turned away. Here, man. I never had the chance to ask him why. That's why I agree with Chito, because it happened one time in our family. That is my experience.
I see. Let me ask Joy this question. Joy, who are more likely to take their mother's advice about dating? Sons or daughters?
Oh, well, for us, it's the daughters. Because for me, girls have soft-hearted than the boys. And girls are easier to keep commands than boys. And actually, like my brother, he's not always... Well, my brother...
Hold on. So you said girls are easier to take advice than boys?
Yes, that's what I thought.
Yeah, right.
Well, actually...
Yeah, right. What world do you live in?
Actually, I have only one brother, and my brother is not always following what my mothers and fathers want them to do. And yeah, he's not really following. That's why I have said that.
How old is your brother?
It's 22.
He's 22.
Yeah, and he's the older in us.
This is how I feel about this, guys and girls. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. Well, then again, I don't know. I have to take that back. Before I make that statement, let me hear somebody else's opinion. But I don't agree with you. I'm telling you right now, I strongly don't agree with you when you make the statement that females take advice easier than males do. I do not agree with that at all. Let me hear you. Con, let me hear you, Con, because you got sisters. So, talk to me. Who do y'all take advice from more, your mother or your father?
It depends on what the advice is about. If it's about...
Let me stop. Let me go back to the question first, and then I'll let you answer that question. Who are more likely to take their mother's advice about dating, sons or daughters?
I would definitely say sons.
Why?
Usually it's more of sons. They really depend on what their mom says about women. That's how they learn about women. Some from their mom first, and so most.
I don't agree with that statement either.
Well, not always, but I mean, first learn about women. You know, who's your example? Your mom.
Tita, you agree with that, Tita?
Not entirely.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that statement either.
Okay.
But go ahead.
And with that being said, you listen to your mom's advice. And usually women listen to their father or father figure's advice, kind of like the daddy's little girl. And I know in my household, I have all sisters. And I definitely listen to my dad's advice, usually a little bit more than my mom, depending upon the subject. But as far as dating, I'd have to say my mom, actually. She was off at one time, but she's been pretty much on point for most of the time. My dad said, don't date until you're 30. He didn't want us to date at all, so he was venomously against it. But, you know, he kind of got outvoted.
Let me say this, though. Because you made a couple of statements that I don't agree with. And it's not that you was totally wrong, but I don't know, and I'm gonna speak for me and Tito on this one, and Tito can correct me if I'm wrong on his behalf. But I think when guys speak to their moms about dating, it's really not even to really give advice. You know what I mean? Because like even in my case, dealing with my moms, I have in order for me to really get some real solid advice, I have to be careful of what I actually say to her, because females always make every decision out of emotions. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of got to dumb down the question so you can get a true answer instead of getting a emotional answer. You know what I mean? So, I believe even at the time when Tito was getting advice from his mom, some of it was just from her emotions of how she felt, whether she felt that somebody was good for her son, or she just felt like, you know, that person wasn't good, whether really giving that person an opportunity, or whatever the case may be. Just that's what it was. But from a man's perspective, I think I would say I come to my mom to get my mom's opinion, just because she's a female, and just to understand how females operate and how females think. You know what I mean? Just to get that female perspective on it, and to know that you got somebody that's looking out for your best interests and dealing with females because she's a female. You know what I mean? I believe I asked her from that standpoint, but not necessarily to even take the words that she's going to say and just like run with it. You know what I mean? Just to get another female opinion where somebody that you know that got your best interests at heart. You know what I mean? And chop it up with them on that behalf. At least with your mom, you can somewhat be open with your feelings on how you feel about a situation without being judged on it. You know what I mean? And you know that whatever is coming back to you, it's going to be out of sincerity, and know that it's going to be, you know what I mean, somebody trying to look out for you. You know what I mean? But you still don't, you take it for what it's worth. You know what I mean? I think when it comes down for that, I don't really know, like, wow, Grace, why would females go to their father for advice? Would it be for protection? Would it be for the same reason, to get a male's perspective? You know what I mean?
Okay, I really don't know, because I'm not really that close to my dad. We don't speak that much. He only speaks to me when he will tell me to do something. But based on experiences of my friends, girls are mostly the one close to the dad, and the boys to the mother. Okay, maybe because I'm not speaking based on my experience, just by the experience of my friends. When you see a father and a daughter sharing something like that kind of topic about relationship, about dating, I know for sure the dad, like what you said, I agree that he doesn't talk much based on his emotion. he's talking logically. His opinions are mostly based on logic. So I think that's the difference with the mom. The moms are, and there is a tendency, like for my case, when my mom told me, "Oh, you shouldn't date that guy," or just, or this guy or that guy, there's a feeling inside me though. I wanted to prove to you that even if I date this guy, I'm gonna be fine. I don't know. There's kind of rebellious instinct inside me that says, "I will prove to you." And she would say, "You will realize it when you have your own children already," stuff like that. You cannot relate now because you're still single. There is a big tendency that the daughters won't listen to the moms. I don't know. It's like what they're saying is, most of the time for us, it appears like it's always negative. It's always, I don't know.
I think one of the things you said, excuse me, one of the things you said is also correct. I think that from a guy's perspective, talking to your mom too, it's just like, you want to get that emotion. You kind of want that because we already thinking from a logical, excuse me, a logical perspective. Whereas, females, they need that logical perspective, because they're already dealing from an emotional standpoint, They're emotionally caught up in a situation. They need the father to bring them back home. Whereas a dude is already far gone, and his mom is going to bring him back to reality. You know what I mean? Like, a guy may be coded about something, and his mom going, "Listen, don't break this girl heart. She really likes you." Where our father is going to be like, "Yo, don't get your heart broken." He's going to be more of a protector. Mm-hmm. And so, I think they both go hand in hand because of the nature of the person that goes along with it. You know what I mean? Y'all agree? You disagree?
Yeah, right. I agree.
What do you think, Ethel?
I agree also.
So who do you think takes advice better, sons or daughters?
From
their mother.
From mothers. I have experienced that. I have a brother, and he always take the advice of my mother. Whatever she said, just he kept doing to do it, and he always follow what my mother told him. So that's it. And my not unlike me, mother-daughter relationship are very complex. So I always take my mother's advice and listen to it, but it always depends on me if I will going to follow it. I'm not. It's just like I was stubborn.
You were stubborn. You could tell. We know. We already know.
I didn't follow any. Not all. I mean, not all of the advice of my mother. I always do my own decision. Not unlike my brother, he always take all the advice of my mother, whatever it takes. I don't know why.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, that's correct. Let me add, Aaron. It's correct. Girls, really, if just for the sake of listening to their mom, not to offend the feelings of a mother, we'll listen. We'll listen
Yes.
intently. We heard everything. We understand everything, but don't expect that we're gonna follow everything that she says. That's my experience. I listen. I'm a good listener. I listen and I reason out as well. That's why she's mad. You always have you always have reasons to what you
Yes.
believe in. Listen,
Can I share something?
Yes.
Can I share
Go
something?
right ahead. Go right ahead.
I do not know if you have or if you have already read about the book Oedipus Electra and Oedipus Complex. Have you heard about it?
I heard about it.
I have not.
Yeah.
I'm just familiar with Oedipus, but Oedipus complex.
Maybe this is one of the reasons why father or son rather is always seeking or getting the advice of a mother, because there is what we call Oedipus complex and Oedipus Electra, wherein the son will get jealous to his father and the daughter will get jealous to his mother. That's why across the mother advises his son, the father advises his daughter, because we have the Oedipus Electra and Oedipus complex. I'm not familiar with it, but I come across with those topics when we were in college.
Okay. Right.
We will research on that.
Now, to be quite honest with you though, I wouldn't. If my father was to tell me, give me some advice, I wouldn't get jealous of what he was saying. I really don't even see fathers getting jealous of his son doing this thing. You know what I mean? Like, I think fathers would be very encouraging of his son. You know what I mean? Dating and stuff like that. Like, you know, might even to the point where he might joke around with him a bit. I know if I had a son, you know, I probably would joke around with him, where my wife would probably be more serious about it. I would be joking like, "Did you kiss her? You know, did you hold hands?" Like, maybe picking on him a little bit, but it wouldn't be out of jealousy or anything else. It'd be like watching them grow up type thing. You know what I mean? But with my daughter, it'd be a little bit more protective. It'd just be more of being protective. You know what I mean? I don't know. Tito, what you think, Tito? Like, if you had a daughter, like, what versus your son, like, would you be more protective of your daughter than your son?
Well, I put it this way: if my son thought anything like me, I would let his wings spread out and let him fly. I would occasionally check on him just to see how he's doing, you know, like twice a year or something. But if I had a daughter, I'd probably be one of those dads who buys a shotgun and puts it over their mantelpiece. You know, just so all those guys who come around know that, hey, my dad has a gun. You know? So y'all better behave. And I would rather lock him up. I would rather lock him up because, you know, I could look ahead and see the kind of trouble I'm going to get myself in because my daughter.
Poor girl.
Yeah, so it's not a bad thing. You know, the dads like to protect their daughters because they know what kind of people are out there. If going by how they grew up and what they experienced, they don't want their daughters anywhere near another guy. So yeah.
Well said.
I agree, man. Well said. Well said. Well said. Well said.
Well said 3 times.
Someday you're gonna have your daughters, Aaron and Tito. You will realize.
You know
I won't realize what. I didn't get that last part.
That you will really be that protective for your daughter.
Yeah, I would. I already know I would. But you know what? I will be protective, but I also want to be that cool dad too. You know what I mean? Because I think if you're too protective, then your kid won't open up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be that dad neither. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be able to have real talk. I don't feel like I would be beneficial to my child just to be too overprotective. You know what I mean? Like, I want to actually have some real conversation. I want whatever I say to be an impact more so than, you know what I mean, than just being a tough guy. You know what I mean?
That's
so
right.
I'll be tough, but I ain't gonna be like too tough. I'll let her have her space. You know what I mean? it'd be more, to me, it'd be more not me being tough on her, but me embarrassing her. You know what I mean? I think she'd be more worried about me being an embarrassment to her than more so than me being tough on her. You know what I'm saying? Because I personally don't mind if she date guys, but, you know, at the end of the day, at the same token, it's going to be like, you know, I'm going to be doing certain stuff that may be somewhat embarrassing. But I can hear her complaining, like, Daddy, stop. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. You know what I mean? Giving them that look or something like that, like just more embarrassment, like. And that's just, you know, just to lay down the law, but more or less, though, I would still let my daughter live, because I want her to be able to come and talk to me about everything. I wouldn't want her to not to be able to talk to me about relationship status or whatever. Me and her mother, you know what I mean? I would want us to be able to sit down and chop it up. So one thing I will say about me growing up in my household, one of the things I did like about my family dynamic was that we was able to sit around a dinner table and just have real talk. You know what I mean? Whether right, wrong, and different, me and my brother was able to sit down and chop it up. And my parents on their end was able to have real conversation in front of us, even though maybe we shouldn't have been privy to a lot of conversations. They kept it real, and we all gave our advice on it. And it's one of the things that I appreciate. And if I had to say anything, that's one of the things I probably miss living with my parents. Those times when we would be able to sit down and just chop it up around the dinner table or in the kitchen, just chopping it up, doing some real talk. You know what I mean? Outside of that, you know what I mean, I take my parents' advice for what it is, you know? It's advice. And like Ethel said, it's still on you to make your own decision on what it is you're going to do. And, you know, I think my father, he's more laid back. He give you the advice, you take it. I think my mom, she's more, if you don't do the advice that she says, she might get upset at you. You know what I mean? That you didn't listen to her. But my father is more like, yo, I gave you advice, you know, you didn't listen, it's on you. You know what I mean? You gotta wear that. And I would rather be the person who just have to wear that than to be took your advice and then you upset at me, you know what I mean, for not taking your advice. That's just me.
Yeah.
Tito, when you didn't were you ever in a situation where your mom gave you advice and you didn't take it? Did she get mad at you?
Nah. My mom was the kind of people who just she'd give you the advice and then, you know, just step back and watch the pieces fall where they may.
Cool, Mom.
That's the kind of mom I have.
Now, what about your pops?
Well, he passed away more than 10 years ago, so I didn't get much experience there. But in terms of advice, he never dished it out. He only had conversations with us, you know, like that's how that works, or this is how this is how you check an engine, this is how you operate the saw, that kind of stuff, you know. It was manly, manual labor stuff.
Right.
Yeah, but in terms of advice, I don't think we got to that point.
Right. Well, you know, it is what it is. It definitely is what it is. And listen, we're about to get into some good music again. I want everybody to turn to their good book. We're going to chop it up with 1 Kings. You know, 1 Kings chapter, what is it, chapter 1?
21.
1 Kings chapter 1. Yeah, we're on 1 Kings chapter 1. And we're going to chop it up about a story in the good book and see how that played out. You know what I mean? See how that played out and take it from there. Let's get it in, see one music style. I'm trying to think. I don't know if that's the actual verse that I wanted to actually put in there, though. Real talk. Now I'm looking at this 1 Kings chapter 1. It should be 1 Kings chapter 2. So for everybody who read that, that wasn't even. It's supposed to be 1 Kings chapter 2, verse 13. So everybody want to read it while I'm playing music. It's 1 Kings chapter 2, verse 13. You know what I mean? I don't know where the one came from. Yeah, it's 1 Kings chapter 2, verse 13. For everybody else, my bad on that. I don't know how I got 21. You know, I bring out all my stuff at the same time. But anyway, so it's 1 Kings chapter 2, starting at 13. And we're going to read that when we get back after these beautiful songs I'm going to play for y'all. C1Music.FM familiar. This group right here y'all about to listen to, signed to my record label, created to worship, C1Music.FM. The song is Be a Light. You heard it first here on C1Music.FM. The familiar. Holla at your boy. Let's.
You are now listening to the sounds of C1Music.FM. The familiar.
Lamp unto my feet, light unto my path. Hide your word inside my heart. Let thy kingdom come. Let thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. 24
You are now listening to the sounds of C1Music.fm. Unfamiliar.
Chris Cersei. Ladies and gentlemen, if you ever need backup or a protector, I'm always around close by. And if you ever need an answer or some direction, take a look up in the sky. When trouble comes, I'll be right by your side. Just sound the alarm like a thief in the night. I'll be there faster than a bullet any given time. I'll be a hero, yes, I'll be a hero. Baby, oh, you should know I'll be there. Seems like you can't get through. I'm the source that you look for. And if you're in a situation full of frustration, make a wish and close your eyes. I'll be right on time. Right by your side. Sound the alarm. Sound the alarm. I'll be there faster than a bullet any given time. I'll be a hero. Yes, I'll be a hero. Oh, you should know I'll be right there for you. Call me, you should know I'll be there. I'll be there. All you gotta do is point and that's all you gotta do. I'll be right on time. Take a walk over this bridge with me. Bigger than a superhero, larger than life. Cooler than an action figure, no matter the price. It's a lifetime guarantee to be there at all times. If you need me, you should know I'll be right there for you. Oh, you should know I'll be there. I'll be there. All you gotta do is point in my direction. Giving double time. I'll be right on time. Live up and bring you
You are now listening to the sounds of C1Music.fm. Unfamiliar.
The way he looks at me, the way he smiles, 'cause I'm his.
C1Music.fm. Familiar, it's your boy Deuce. We definitely in the building all day, every day. You know how we do. You know how we get it in. We are in the building. Yo, I had, for everybody who was on the YouVersion page, it did. If you refresh the screen, I definitely did fix that Bible verse for y'all. Again, my apologies. I didn't mean to do it like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely my fault. But I did get a chance to fix it for y'all. And we in here. Alright? So we are 1 Kings chapter 2, 13. We're going to read the section of 13 and 25. And we're going to chop it up, you know? And we're going to do what we do when we're doing it. Hey, being that I didn't get Joy in a lot of the conversation, Joy, I would like to ask you tonight if you would do me the honor of reading, if you don't mind. We have 1 Kings chapter 2, and before you get started, I will cut you off in the middle of your reading, so don't take offense to it. But I'm trying to explain everything. Is anybody online right now or anybody that's on the phone, are you guys familiar with this story at all?
No.
All right, anybody else? Anybody is? If you are, please speak up now or forever hold your peace.
I'm not familiar with the story.
I didn't hear you. What'd you say? Alright, so nobody's really familiar with this passage of story. Alright, so just to give a quick summary of what's going on. The king is about to die. King David was about to die. So they decided to find him a virgin wife to lay next to him in bed all night, you know, to keep him warm because he was old and cold. So during this time, Adonijah and Adonijah threw a party expecting to be king and so on and so forth because his father was passing away. But his father ended up crowning Solomon king during that party. So after the party, Adonijah pretty much had to swear that, you know, his allegiance to Solomon, and Solomon was going to kill him, but he decided to let him live. Hello? Can everybody hear me?
Yep.
Yeah,
Right.
I can hear.
So long story short, this story picks up roughly around that situation. Maybe some time has passed since then, and if you want to get a better and deeper understanding, I do advise you guys to read chapter 1 to get a summarized version of where we at in the story in chapter 2. But we are going to start with verse 13 of chapter 2 on 1 Kings, and we're going to see what's going on here. Alright. What version of the Bible are you going to read for me, Joy?
The verses?
What
So we have
version
to
of the
read
Bible?
13.
Joy?
Oh, yes.
What type of Bible version are you reading from?
The 1 King chapter 2 verse 13?
What version? Do you have the King James version? Do you have...
It's a New International Version.
New International Version, alright, NIV. So everybody keep in mind she's reading from the NIV, and let's do it like that. Alright, it's on you. Actually, hold on, before you do that, let me just pull that up in the NIV. I don't like to be caught off guard. Alright, so we're pulling this up in the NIV real quick. Tito, I'm surprised you never heard this story before, Tito.
Well, I did. I was going through it to see if I did, and I didn't have ample time to respond. So bottom line, I know the story.
Cool. So this should be somewhat interesting, you know, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in 1 Kings. We're in 1 Kings chapter 2, starting at verse 13. And if Joy wants to kindly read for me, that'd be a
Okay.
beautiful thing.
Okay, I'm sorry. 13. Now, Adonijah, the son of Haggith, went to Bathsheba, Solomon's mother. Bathsheba asked him.
Pause. Somebody has a TV on or something in the background. Can you please turn it down and mute your mic? I would greatly appreciate it. Can you start all over for me? Joy. Start from verse 13 again. Go.
Okay.
Joy? Go ahead, Joy.
Okay. Now Adonijah, the son of Haggith, went to Bathsheba, Solomon's mother. Bathsheba asked him, "Do you come peacefully?" He answered, "Yes, peacefully." Then he added, "I have something to say to you." "You may say it," she replied. "As you know," he said, "the kingdom was mine. All Israel looked to me as their king. But things changed, and the kingdom has gone to my brother, for it has come to him from the Lord. Now I have one request to make of you. Do not refuse me." "You may make it," she said. So
Pause.
he continued.
Pause. Tito, being that you know the story, I gotta ask you this first. Why would he go to the king's mom instead of straight to the king and ask the king for this request?
He probably knew he was going to get killed if she went straight to the king.
Say that again?
Because he probably knew he was going to get killed if he went to the king. Or maybe he was afraid of how it would turn out. Dad being old and everything.
But why the mom, though? Why you think the mom?
Well, because Bathsheba had the king's ear, and generally.
All right. So, Cheryl, why do you think he went to the king's mom? Cheryl?
Oh,
Yeah. Cheryl?
is it Adonijah or Adoniyahu? Adoniyahu. Because all I know the Adonijah. Although we pronounce it because that is also our pronunciation here in the Philippines, but I'm trying to research it's Adoniyahu because the word or the name Adonijah is a combination of Hebrew names, which means Adonai is master and Yahweh is for Jesus or the Lord. So I think it's Adoniyahu. I don't know, but in the Philippines,
It was always pronounced, from my understanding, it's always pronounced Adonijah.
Okay.
I don't know if that's, I don't know what significance that brings to the conversation.
Okay, that's fine. We will use the word Adonijah. Because all I know is Adoniyahu. Because it's a Hebrew name, combination of Hebrew names.
Yeah, but I would think that they were Hebrew, so I don't see why he wouldn't use why it wouldn't be a Hebrew name. But what do you think? Why do you think that he went to? Why do you think he went to Adonijah? Went to Bathsheba instead of to? Why do you think he went to her? Period.
As I said, I'm not familiar with the story, so I will answer it in my own personal point of view.
Go ahead. That's how I want you to answer.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Okay. Adonijah wants Bathsheba because maybe beforehand she knows already who is Bathsheba.
She knows from him what?
Because according to the previous part of this story, Bathsheba is a virgin and a very beautiful.
She was a what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
She is a very beautiful woman. So maybe beforehand, before David asked for a virgin and beautiful lady,
maybe Adonijah known earlier about Bathsheba. I do not know.
I don't see the connection and where you're going with it. I think maybe you might be getting your stories mixed up. I don't know. I really didn't get that clearly. Did you get that clearly, Tito?
Not really. She's kind of fading out in the background. So I'm trying to catch her.
Yeah. I think you're mixing up your stories a little bit, but that's fine. Let's see what happens. Let's hear it out real quick. So, but I'm going to come back to you girls because I want y'all to answer that question as to why.
Can
so
I
where
answer
we left off at? Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I believe the reason why Adonijah went to see Bathsheba because he knows very well that whatever would be the request of Bathsheba, being the mother of Solomon, it would be hard for King Solomon to say no to his mom. So Adonijah is asking for a bargain here. So he had a strong faith that using Bathsheba to speak in behalf of him, surely, or there's a big chance that King Solomon would give in to whatever is the request of Bathsheba.
Well, I agree. But we're going to read further, and then I'm going to come back to you making that statement.
Okay.
All right, so where we left off at? Joy?
Yes.
What verse we left off at?
So
You left off
he
at 19,
continued.
right?
No, in 17.
17, okay, go ahead.
Yes. So he continued, "Please ask King Solomon. He will not refuse you to give me Abishag the Shunammite as my wife." "Very well," Bathsheba replied. "I will speak to the king for you." When Bathsheba went to King Solomon...
Pause. Now, I'm going to come back to you, Grace, and ask you this question. Why would he ask to marry his father's wife to his father's other wife?
First, for one, Abishag was known for her youth and beauty. That was the reason why she was a choice. She was picked to be the girl to keep King David warm. And secondly, I believe that it's like having an ace, a card, having the ace, getting the woman, the last girl that your father has cared or whatever, has an affection, whatever you call that, to yourself. It's like having the throne for yourself already. That's how I see it. I hope I was clear.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to marry none of my father's wives. That's disgusting.
But remember, Adonijah and wanted to be the king, right? So there's kind of rivalry here. He still wanted to be the king, even though Solomon was already on the throne. So he was trying to do things, find ways to be able to, have this throne to him.
Right. But let me ask Ethel this question. Ethel,
Yes.
your mother, your son, or your son-in-law, or somebody close to your son, comes up to you and asks you a question that's kind of ridiculous. And would you agree to talk to your son about it? Like,
No.
like, why do you think she agreed to talk to her son? Why did she agree to him to talk to her son about marrying his father's last wife? Like, what sense does that make for her?
So I think that I don't know. Maybe she's insane. About why she were going to ask that kind of favor to his own son Adonijah. Excuse me. And
I don't get it.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm lost here at Bathsheba. It sounds like, I don't know, man. Like, Bathsheba couldn't be my mom to come to me and ask me something like that. You know, I would have some issues with my mom. Like, Mom, what are you talking about? Like, first off, why would you even come to me? And if anything, why couldn't he come to me and ask me himself? You know? If everything was love. For one, if he couldn't come to me and ask me himself, you know it got to be something going on with it. You know what I mean? And two, the request itself sounds just kind of crazy. Like, why would my mom come to me and ask me if my enemy can marry, you know, my father's wife? I mean, how do you feel about that, Tito?
I don't know. This is twisted.
How would you feel about your mom if she came to you and asked you that, though?
Sorry, say that again.
I said, how would you feel about your mom if she came to you and asked you that? If you're Solomon.
That'd be wrong in so many areas.
Huh?
That'd be wrong in many different levels. I wouldn't know how to respond.
like I wanna see Bathsheba all throughout the story. She seemed like she was a decent person, to say the least.
Yeah, I think so.
A decent person. I'm gonna say decent. I have to read the story again about her and David, and have to figure out if she had the opportunity to tell her husband that she was pregnant. I believe she did. So we're gonna have that may be another radio topic discussion at another date. But, you know, I want to say overall she had her head on straight when it came down to her son. She was fighting for her son to be king. But yet still she fumbled on this one. You know, she's I don't know, it just doesn't sound like a good idea. Let's read on further and see what happens here. Go ahead, Joy.
When Bathsheba went to King Solomon to speak to him
Oh, no,
for
guys,
Adonijah.
we on verse 19, right?
Yes. Again, okay. When Bathsheba went to King Solomon to speak to him for Adonijah, the king stood up to meet her, bowed down to her, and sat down on his throne. He had a throne brought for the king's mother, and she sat down at his right hand.
Pause. Pause for a minute. So he's showing her like straight royalty, his mom. Like, mom's coming, yo, get her a seat. You know what I mean? Get her a throne to sit on. That's what mom does. I'm about to take care of her. And so I can only imagine, you know, he's in his boss wave right now. He's got the guys running to go get the chair, carrying the throne over to have her sit down. Him and his mom going chill, sit down, relax. And then his mom leans over and she says this. Verse 20, go ahead.
I have one small request to make of you, she said. Do not refuse me. The king replied,
Tito.
Yeah.
She comes out of her mouth and says, "Do not refuse me," as though, like she's passionate about. I mean, what does she got to do? Why would she come out of her mouth and say, "Do not"? I mean, why does her agreement to Adonijah was to act? I mean, why she's on there like, "Yo, don't refuse me"?
I don't know if I'll be spoiling the ending if I say this, but I think she was kind of scheming for King Solomon to get rid of Adonijah. I don't know. I see something a little more sophisticated.
So you saying she was plotting?
Huh?
So you saying she was plotting?
Yeah. I mean, she probably wanted to build some enmity between two brothers.
Right. But in all actuality, I felt like her asking the question might have put enmity between her and her son. That would have made me put enmity between me and my mom. And she coming up to me, trying to give the throne away to somebody else. Like, why would you want to do that? And why would you want to come to me and ask me and suggest to me to the point where you talking about do not refuse you? Like, do you know what you asking? But yeah, let's see what he says. Go ahead, Jordan.
okay.
Verse 20. Read verse 20 again. Read verse 20 again.
Okay, 20. I have one small request to make of you, she said. Do not refuse me. The king replied, make it, my mother. I will not refuse you. 21.
That's why I don't make those. That's why I don't make those promises like that. Do you make promises like that? Cheryl? If anybody was to come up to you and just say, "Hey, promise me you'll do this," and do you like, "All right, I promise," and then you hear the promise like, "No, I ain't doing that," but you promised me.
But I'm not promising.
Huh?
I do it. But I'm not promising.
Hey, Cheryl, I really can't hear you that well. What about you, Grace? Would you make promises like that?
No?
No?
That's hard.
It's hard?
Good. Yeah, it's not good if you just keep on, like I told you. It's hard to make promises than just break those promises. Better no promises at all. And you're going to hurt someone. Just do what you can do. Don't make any promises.
So do you think that was wise of him to say that?
I don't think so.
Now you do understand that Solomon is quoted as being the wisest man that lived on earth?
You know what? I think here Bathsheba is giving what's the name of the girl? Abishag a favor.
She's giving her a favor.
Right, a favor to somehow pacify Adonijah, who has still that hurt feelings for not having gotten the throne as the king that time. So somehow, I believe that Bathsheba was thinking that if ever Abishag will be the wife of Adonijah, by then Adonijah will be pacified, will no longer be having that hard feelings for not being the king over Israel.
I don't think you understand what's going on in the story neither. But that's fine, because we're going to clear it up for you. But Tito, let me ask you this question, Tito.
Yep.
Just think, if you know the story, you read chapter 1, do you think Bathsheba had ill feelings towards Abishag? Maybe it wasn't about Adonijah, but it was about Abishag. That's why she agreed to talk. Think about it. Abishag was laying with David till he died. So whatever questions, concerns, Abishag was there the whole time. She's there when Bathsheba went in and poured her heart out. So I'm pretty sure Abishag had the king's ear, you know what I mean? Do you think she felt some type of way about Abishag at some point in time about it? And maybe that's the reason why? Could it be?
Well, it's possible, but then again, David was one of those guys who had a lot of women in his life. I mean, he had quite a few concubines. This definitely couldn't have been you for Bathsheba. David having other women with him. But I don't know. They kind of grew close, and that could be one explanation. The other explanation is, well, from my thinking, is that she just wanted to cause hell between whoever. Yeah, that could be possible too. I don't know.
Right. I agree. Joy, what do you think, Joy?
Again, the question.
Say that again? I said, what do you think, Joy?
Think about Abishag marrying Adonijah.
Yeah, so what do you think about the story so far? Like, tell me what you think.
Well, I think it's really so confusing because I don't know what's in Adonijah's mind, and it's not normally like what we have now. It's not normal for us to ask your mother to marry your father's
Now,
wife.
this is not his mom. Abishag was Haggith. I believe her name was Haggith. Yeah, Haggith was his son. So Haggith was one of David's jump-offs or wives or whatever you want to call it. And Bathsheba was also one of David's wives. And, Adonijah is the one that stole the kingship from Solomon, and then David rightfully gave it to Solomon. And so, because he rightfully gave it to him, that's how it went down. But David gave it to Bathsheba because he promised it to her. Adonijah technically should have been king. When you go down the kingship way of how things should have been done, from my understanding, he was next in line to be king.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
But Bathsheba. But David promised Bathsheba that Solomon would be king.
Yes. In my understanding, David already told to the mother of Solomon that Solomon will be the king. So, and it happened, right, in this story?
Right.
So
he ended up becoming king. Yeah. So he's king now.
Yes. And Solomon he became a king.
Yeah, but the question is Adonijah wrong for asking the king's mom, can he marry the king's last wife?
Well, for me, I think, yes, it's really wrong to ask her mother about that. But I think the reason why Adonijah, the mother let Adonijah to marry the girl is because he knew that David was died, and I think it's hard.
Okay.
Or can I
So let's finish reading. Huh?
Okay, finish it. Finish reading. I'll just later.
21. So she said, let Abishag the Shunammite be given in marriage to your brother Adonijah. 22. King Solomon answered his mother, why do you request Abishag the Shunammite for Adonijah? You might as well request the kingdom for him after all. He is my older brother. Yes, for him and for Abiathar the priest and Joab son of Zeruiah. 23. Then King Solomon swore by the Lord, may God deal with me, be it ever so severely, if Adonijah does not pay with his life for this request. 24. And
so, obviously, the request of marrying my father's wife is bogus to the point where Solomon's like, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. That's what he's on it. He's on it like, yo, I'm going to kill him. But let me ask you, Grace, I'll come to you in the story, Grace. Grace, you ever seen the movies? You ever watching the movies, right? Where, let's say the tough guy, the gangster, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say the gangster is in this palace, right? And the messenger comes and he says something bogus to the king and ground all his goons. And so the messenger is by himself. And so because the messenger comes with a bogus request, what's the first thing that happens to the messenger? You think he's leaving that room? In the movies. Are we talking in the movies?
That's a hard question. Next question, please.
How is that a hard question? It's in the movies. You're talking about in the movies. In the movies, when you see the movie, when the messenger gets sent, most of the time, the messenger is not leaving that room. He's getting off. Especially if the king is someone, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. If he said I'm going to kill him, then the guy that's standing there saying I'm going to kill him too is going to get killed too. Am I wrong? I mean, am I the only one to watch movies? Is that not how it goes down? Talk to me.
Let
Tito,
answer first.
Tito, is that not how it goes down, Tito?
You're numb, man.
I'm sweating here.
You're sweating? Why? What's wrong? What's wrong?
You're throwing hard questions now.
I didn't even ask a hard question at all. I think it's just because you guys don't know the story. I didn't ask not one hard question yet. I'm just asking you guys for your opinion. I think it's hard to give you guys, for you guys, it's hard to give your opinion because you don't know the story. And I understand that. You guys got to go back and read the story. But, you know, maybe one day when you listen to the show again, you guys can read chapter 1 and chapter 2. But try to read it to understand what's going on in the story so that you can actually answer these questions wholeheartedly. You know what I mean? Because I would definitely like to get you guys' opinion on it because of the simple fact that, you know, I don't see how he can be mad. Tito, I don't see how he can be mad at Adonijah and not be mad at his mom for being a messenger.
Think about it. Well, think about it. She had a lot of play in getting Solomon into that position. I mean, she was rooting for him from day one. Well,
dude, she said to me, "Do not refuse me." She said to me, "Listen, you see, he was pissed off when she asked the question. He was very pissed off. She comes in there talking about, do not refuse me. So she know that the question that she's asking is a very serious question with some issues that's going to go along with it. Is she trying to set him up? Is she naive? She don't know what's going on. I mean, I'm trying to find out. what Bathsheba get the gain out of it? And why would she ask? I mean, like, and if from King Solomon, your mom come and ask you a question like that, like, I mean, does she get a pass? You giving her a pass? Now she wants you to get a whole kingdom away to your older brother. That's your enemy. I mean, how do you look at your mom after that, man?
I don't know. I would be mad at my mom, but there's just something sinister here. I don't think her play is as simple as it looks. She's either trying to play one person or two people at the same time. And she knows that her son is not going to get her killed or get too mad at her to get her in trouble. So the fact that she's asserting that the king needs to give the request, respond to the request or at least accept it, I think she has something bigger in mind. Because right after the king got mad at her, he went straight towards what on earth was Adonijah thinking. I mean,
right.
Yeah, he might as well be asking the kingdom from me. And then he swore and said, "I'm gonna kill that guy." So I think she probably knew her son well enough to know how he's gonna react. Like one of those mothers who know their sons so well, they would poke the right place and see the dice roll.
I agree.
Could I add something? Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So, King Solomon is the daughter of Bathsheba, right? So.
King Solomon is the son of Bathsheba.
Sorry. Yeah, correct. Thanks for the correction. He is the son of Bathsheba. So, being a man, she knows how it feels because Adonijah and Solomon are brothers by David. Okay? So, being a man, she knows very well how it feels to have like feeling of sibling rivalry. And this is not just a simple rivalry over a little thing. It's kingship, the throne, being the king of Israel, right? So, this is my opinion. Since she knows already, is aware that Solomon is already.
Yeah, I can't hear you. For some reason, somebody's. Go ahead. Stop for him.
Yeah. Solomon was destined to be the king of Israel. There's no question about that. And so, just to give Adonijah a little bit of a favor, since he could no longer take the throne because it's already with Solomon. So, I think Bathsheba is giving Adonijah a favor to have him marry Abishag. Is that correct? Is that the correct name? Yeah. So if he cannot have the kingdom, the kingship, the throne, then maybe it's not much of a favor if he will have to marry this girl, this beautiful and virgin Abishag. That's how I understand it.
Grace.
What?
I'm sorry to say it, Grace, but I think you're sounding like Bathsheba to me right now.
What?
You're killing me right now. And I say that because if Adonijah marries Abishag, he becomes king over Solomon.
Why? Is that automatic?
Yeah, because he's marrying the king's wife. She was a virgin. Then you read verse 22.
Okay.
Read it out loud for us.
So she was a wife, not just one of the women, like.
She was his wife. Read verse 22.
Okay. Okay. How can you possibly ask me to give Abishag to Adonijah? King Solomon demanded. You might as well ask me to give him the kingdom. You know that.
What does that mean to you? You might as well request to give him the kingdom.
Okay. I understand.
So he's pissed off. He's like, yo, why are you asking me this? You might as well ask me to give him the kingdom too. After all, he's my older brother. Like, I'm looking at this like, what kind of request is that? Like, why are you asking me that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand now. But I don't know the answer why. Why Bathsheba did that.
Ethel, why do you think he did it, Ethel?
Hello? Okay. I'm like, why why did she do that?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a mother, it's a mother thing, like, we'll do anything just for Adonijah. I think. So no matter what.
Say that again?
I think it's a mother thing that she will do anything, whatever it takes, and whatever will be the consequences of her actions or request to King Solomon.
And you do know King Solomon's his son, right?
Yes, one of her son, right?
Now, that's her only son. Adonijah is not her son. You ladies sound like you're getting confused. Verse 13 says,
okay, I'm just confused.
Adonijah.
Can I answer?
Sure.
Okay.
Thanks, Cheryl.
Mother.
I can't hear you, Cheryl. You gotta speak up.
So,
There are so many names
Rosie
here.
is not her biological mother, but being the brother of her son, Solomon, yes, her son Solomon.
Cheryl, I don't know. Can y'all hear Cheryl?
I can't.
That's the one that he is.
Can everybody hear her?
Can you hear me?
She's choppy. You're choppy, Sher.
Choppy,
Cheryl, we can't hear you, Cheryl.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, better.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And somebody's mic is humming. Go ahead, though, Cheryl. I didn't hear you.
Okay.
Much better. Whatever you do it now, don't stop.
Okay. Being a mother, she doesn't want that her sons or daughters get disappointed. As much as possible, if you are a mother, you want your sons or your daughters to be happy all the time. That's
Pause for a minute.
why
Pause for a minute. So in this case, who she wants to be happy?
at the side of Adonijah.
She wants Adonijah to be happy?
Yeah.
That's not her son.
Even if he's her son, because Adonijah is the brother of her son.
Right, but that's not her son. She's not looking out for him to be happy. You trying to tell me that?
Okay, I don't use the word son. She wants to be happy, Adonijah.
She wants Adonijah to be happy.
Yeah, but on the other side, actually Adonijah went to the correct individual who can talk to the king, King Solomon, because the closest in the heart of Solomon, I think, is his mother. Am I right? So Adonijah went to Bathsheba and asked for the Shunammite, Abishag. Because Adonijah knows that he won't refuse Solomon's mother. That's why in the first word of Bathsheba says, I pray thee, do not say nay, or do not refuse me. That's how I say it. I don't know if I'm correct or wrong.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I agree with you ladies on this one. I think I'm going with my man Tito here and saying, what verse were we on? What verse are we on?
In 25.
Yeah, I'm going to read it from here. So we on verse 25. It says, so King Solomon gave orders to Benaiah, son of Jehoiada, whatever you want to call it, Jehoiada, and he struck down Adonijah and he died. Right? So we see here that then the priest, so it's the avatar of the priest king said, go back to your fields of Anathoth. You deserve to die, but I will put you to death. I will not put you to death now because you carried the ark, the sovereign Lord before my father David, and shared all my father's hardships. And Solomon removed Abathar from priesthood of the Lord, fulfilling the word of the Lord has spoken to Shiloh about the house of Eli. Alright, so pretty much what we see here is a situation with King Solomon and Adonijah. You know, they're not getting along. They're not brothers. Adonijah tried to steal King Solomon's love, you know what I mean, as far as him being the king or whatever the case may be. And, you know, a situation came about, and now Adonijah wants to take his throne again. I'm just trying to look at the angle of the mom. I believe Tito is correct about she has something set up in her sleeves, but I'm just trying to see what it is. And I commend Solomon for not listening to his mom. Although I don't know if his mom really knew what she was asking. Because to me, I feel like that's a dumb question for her to ask. Do you understand what I'm saying? Tito, you understand what I'm saying, Tito?
Yeah. But think
I think
about
it's a very, very dumb question.
Yeah, but think about this, Deuce. Don't you see your mom asking a very bold question? Like, let's say she's asking about something that's really personal to you. Don't you think she would be bold enough to ask it and know that you're not going to react in the wrong way? Or even if you do, it's not going to harm her in any kind of way.
Let me ask that question back to you in a different way. Because I want you to understand the severity of the conversation. Right. You're married. Your mom said something about your wife in front of you and in front of your wife. That's kind of crazy. Are you going to speak up for your wife?
Go, Tito.
Sorry, I lost y'all. I don't know what happened.
I said, let's say, now the king, being the king is very important. So let's say, you know what I'm saying, with you being the king, let's say your mom said something crazy to you about your wife in front of you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Are you going to speak up for your wife?
Go.
Why would she say anything in the presence of my wife?
She's a female, man. You know, females be in the mood one day. She might just...
Is that a situation here? Okay, let's assume that is the situation. Well, worst case scenario is I'm going to read the riot act at my mom, because that would be inappropriate, the presentation of that. And I would be curious as to why she would do that, as opposed to that she's doing it at all.
Right. So, but that's the way you looking at that is the way I feel like Solomon should look at his mom asking him that question. That's the severity of it, because it's this kingship. He's married to the king, man. He's king. He's married to the throne. Just like you will be protecting your wife, he has to protect the throne. The mom comes up in that and says something crazy. You gotta look at your mom like, yo, are you serious? And that was his reaction. You know? Mm-hmm. But to end it off, we all agree that King Solomon did the right thing by not listening to his mom, right?
Yeah. So what does it mean?
Yes.
What lesson there is here?
The lesson is this. You know, I don't really know if it's really a lesson here. The question is this. You know, going back to what we said, mother's intuition was the topic of discussion. Is Mama always right?
No.
You know, is Mama always right? You know what I mean? So you know, that's what it is. But with that being said, Joy.
Yes.
Do you have any final thoughts?
None. I'm so speechless.
Huh? You're so
I'm kind of
speechless? Why are you speechless? You
I
didn't understand the story at all?
No.
You're going to have to go back and read the story.
Okay.
What about you, Ethel? Any last words? Ethel, any last words?
Last words. Mothers. I think mothers knows best.
I don't know. In this story, I don't know what she knew best.
The story. Yes.
But you gonna run with that? Mothers knows best.
Yes.
Alright, I guess. Cheryl, what about you? Any last words?
Not because we are close to our mother or to our father, whatever advice they will be giving, we will follow. We should balance everything. Which one is better or which one is the best. So we need to pick a side, but we need to balance everything. Even though we are close to our mother or to our father.
Okay. Grace, any last words?
Yeah, I have. I wouldn't say that mother knows best. I would just say that mothers may not be the best of everything, but here's one thing for sure. We always wanted the best for our children. Do you agree?
I know my mom wants the best for me. I don't know if Solomon's mom wanted the best for him by asking that question at that time, but we really don't know. I want to assume she did, because she did go all her way to make sure he became king. Mm-hmm. You know.
And may I add also, this is with regards to Adonijah. For those children or people like us who feel like sometimes we go unnoticed or devalued by others, let's not forget that God never loses track of us. We are still valuable in His sight.
You sound like you got compassion for Adonijah.
A bit. Because he was
He's
also
the bad guy in the situation.
I know, but he was the son of David as well. I don't know how he is as a son, but you know, there should be like equality among siblings.
Oh man.
I agree.
But Solomon was already destined by God to be the next king, so nothing was able to stop that to happen.
So hold on. I mean, before you make the statement again, you said there should be equality among siblings.
Right.
So let me ask you this question. I know you both ladies know this question. So when Abraham had his son, Abraham, you know Abraham, when he had Isaac, first he had Ishmael first. Should Ishmael and Isaac both live together? Or should they have been sent away like Abraham did? He sent them away. He sent Ishmael away.
Could anyone answer that for me?
But I'm asking you because you said siblings should be equal. That's a story you should know. Where Ishmael being born first, and that wasn't God's promise, and then Isaac coming. Should they have been equal?
There's also a certain or specific reason why you have to be born first or the second in among the children. We have special reasons why it has to be so.
I like how you try to clean that up. I'm not mad at you, Grace.
I know.
What about you, Tito? Any last words?
I say women tend to give off. They tend to look less wiser than they are, less scheming than they are. But I believe with all my heart that they know a lot more than they're letting on, because there is no way that this is a single motive situation. She had a lot of stuff up her sleeve, and like most mothers, she knew exactly where the chips are going to fall. Well, that's what I think. That's my opinion.
I agree. With that being said, it's your boy Deuce, man. I like to say, man, I think for everybody who's listening, take sound advice from friends and family, but even in the situation, even against your parents' will, sometimes you have to make your own decisions. And I thank God that Solomon was bold enough, even though he loved his mother and he cared for her, he was able to tell her no. Because if it wouldn't have went that way, we don't know how this thing could have been totally different. And we know it was meant for Solomon to be king. So, thank God that, he was bold enough. He loved his mom. He was bold enough to tell her no, Sometimes you got to be able to tell the people you love no.
Right.
Keep that in mind as we go out to the next head of the week. And I thank everybody for listening in and tuning in to the show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope for people who don't know the story that you guys, go check it out and listen, read and listen to the show again and answer the questions for yourself. We here Wednesday, 10 o'clock as always. Next show topic is called Show and Tell. Very, very interesting show on Wednesday. Should be very interesting. Actually, Thursday's topic, we're going to do Wednesday and Thursday of this week as well. Wednesday is Show and Tell. Excuse me. And Thursday is Love Connection. So those should be some interesting conversations. I'm hoping that everybody will call in and tune in. And for everybody who don't know, on Wednesday and Thursday evenings around 4 or 5 o'clock, the topic will be able to go up online. So you guys will be able to go and answer all the questions prior to read stories or whatever, and be ready for the show that night. So please read up. Once they go out, read up on it and do your thing. All righty? Other than that, ladies and gents, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and we signing off C1 Music Style. Holla at your boy. Let's get it. Good night.
You are now listening to the sounds of C1Music.fm. Unfamiliar.
singing words of praise that are filled with myself. Yeah. What love do I have that you didn't give? 'Cause all that I am is a product of grace. And what should I trust? Your love for me or my love for you? Who's greater? I'm caught dreaming of someone greater than me, yeah. Who cut the sea, yeah. A burning tree speaking to me. I'm caught dreaming of someone greater than me, yeah. I'm bringing liberty, yeah. The bloody tree is saving me. I'm caught dreaming, yeah.
Yeah, mouth full of praise. I love you so much. What an empty phrase. Really, I'm more amazed how, in spite of how I failed to do what you command to and serve other gods like Baal, you never bail. That's a logical devotion. Could it really be you chose to die for the sinner? Well, nothing was good in me. You never left me. Even when them darkest days began, or forget me, only thing you forgetting is my sin. I wanna make it to the end, let me remain faithful. All because you're faithful to me. Yeah, I'm grateful, my mistakes can never stop the choice you made to adopt me. Them holes in your hands are the proof that you never drop me. I know.
Someone greater than me, yeah. Who cut the sea, yeah. A burning tree speaking to me. I'm caught dreaming of someone greater than me, yeah. I'm bringing liberty, yeah. The bloody tree is saving me. I'm caught dreaming. Could sing how I love you, but your love for me is much greater, greater. And I could sing how I love you, but your love for me is much greater, greater. I'm caught dreaming, someone greater than me, yeah. You cut the sea, yeah. A burning tree speaking to me. I'm caught dreaming. I'm caught
You are now listening to the sounds of C1Music.fm. Unfamiliar.